name is Ann Ganguza, in case you're not familiar. I host a podcast called the VO Boss Podcast. And for the past, oh my goodness, I would say 2 years, Law. Um,
Long time. A lot. Oh my
wonderful.
gosh. Has it been 2 years? Really?
I don't know. The
Oh.
wonderful, amazing Lala Peters has been a guest co-host on my podcast, of which we have won an award together. So I am just so
I have
ecstatic.
to react to that properly for Halloween.
There you go. I am so ecstatic to be with her. And you guys, I'm so happy that you're here at NEVO, and I hope you're getting a lot out of it. And so today we thought we would do something pretty cool for you guys and do a mock audition demolition. So
Ooh.
for those of you who have not been part of the audition demolition, it is a live simulated audition, we've hosted 5 or 6 of them so far. And what we'll do is we will give people copy, and they will audition and submit their auditions typically through online methods, through Dropbox. And Law and I provide feedback on anybody who submits their audition. But we also schedule a live show, and that's your callback. So we will give you feedback no matter what. But we also, between the two of us, we concoct a short list, and you don't find out who's on the short list until the live show. And so the live show simulates an actual live studio environment where back in the day when there was 10 feet of snow and I used to walk up the hill all by myself. Get off my lawn. Back in the day when you actually went to studios, and you still do, but not quite as much, but you go to studios and you audition live, you would absolutely have this type of experience where you would wait nervously, and well, at least I would wait a little bit nervously with a bunch of other voice actors in the lobby. And a lot of times they would give you the script then, or they would change the script a little bit, and then they would call you in to do another read, and then they would say thank you, and you would go out and leave, and then wait to hear. So this is going to kind of simulate that, and we thought, what better time to simulate one than today, so that you guys could kind of get the experience firsthand. So I have some copy that while Law entertains you over there with her googly eyes, that I'm going to paste into the chat for you guys.
Good.
And
I love
I
it.
hope that
Ice
I hope that we have some volunteers here that would like to do a live read and be part of this live audition. Yeah.
How many are we going to look for, Annie, just so we can do some time checks?
Uh,
How many do we want?
I think we should do, let's see, it's now 2:18. I mean, I think we can probably listen to maybe 8 people. What do you think?
I think so too. We have a session at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, if we can make that, that would be great. So we'll see how we do. Let's shoot for 8.
Let's shoot for 8. Now, interestingly enough, why am I not sending the chat to meeting group? There we go. Okay, so I have 2 different pieces of copy. So typically when you would get to a studio, you would not really see the new copy until you got there. And so I am going to give you 2 choices, and we're going to have all of you who want to read. I want you to raise your hands right now and keep them raised in the you know how you can raise your hand? Not physically raise your hand, but raise your hand in the.
So I think we got the folks, Annie. I think we're gonna do Elizabeth, Josh,
Perfect.
Stacy, Kelsey.
Wait, Elizabeth. I'm jotting it down because Elizabeth, Josh,
Stacy,
Kelsey, got it.
Diana, Bridget.
Diana. Oh, Diana and Bridget, or
Diana.
Okay.
Bridget. Indrani. Carol.
Indrani, congratulations, by the way, on that nomination. Woohoo!
Yeah,
Indrani,
thank you.
You know that,
right? Actually, I didn't get a notification about that. So
yeah, we are shortlisted. Yes.
Awesome.
For Sovas.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh, how nice. How
yes.
All right. So let's move on, guys. So we got Carol.
4, 5, 6,
GM.
7. I got 7. Who's after Indrani?
You have 7?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to do Carol next.
Okay, Carol.
All right, and we'll see where we're at.
Perfect.
If we have time, we'll do more.
Here we go, guys. I am going to paste this. And so we're going to start with, and we're going to randomly call you, because that's what happens, guys. We're going to randomly call you, so you don't know when it's happening. Hello. There we go. Hopefully that, it says you have way too much. All right, guys. I have to now post. Why does chat restrict me like this?
Yeah, you can only do like 1,000 words or
I
something.
think I can do a file, can I not? Or I'm going to give you, all right, I'm going to give you guys a Dropbox link.
Yeah, you can drop a file right into the chat off your computer.
PDF.
Okay, the issue is, do I have a file? Let's see. Let me do this. I'm going to send you right now. I'm going to send you a link to Dropbox, and I'm also going to quickly make a file out of it because right now I have it in Notepad. So here's the Dropbox link. Everybody should be able to read that, and let me know, those 8 people, if you cannot read it. And Law, I'm gonna let you like spin the bingo ball to pick the very first person.
Ooh, I like it. Okay. Can I pick one? Can I pick one? Can I pick one?
You
It is
can. You can.
Diana.
I see it.
Okay. Can you guys all see can you all see in the Dropbox? You all got the paper? Do I need to paste a file, or we all got it?
It says 2024-10 VO Boss NEVO Audition Demolition.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it.
Perfect. All right. I'm sorry. Who's first?
Elizabeth.
Diana.
Diana. All right, Diana. So, yeah, you don't usually get a lot of time to review, and so you can pick between commercial 1 or 2. Which one would you like?
I've just literally just opened this, so
Mm-hmm.
let's pick 2.
Okay. Number 2. All right. So everybody else can see number 2, the casting specs. All right, great. Awesome. All right, so we're ready when you are,
Okay.
Diana. No pressure.
This December, elevate your voiceover game with the 2024 Holiday Edition Audition Demolition at voboss.com. On December 12th at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, immerse yourself in an unparalleled learning experience. You'll receive extensive feedback, not just quick comments, alongside the chance to see and learn from fellow participants in real time. Whether you make the shortlist or not, the insights you gain will be invaluable. And let's not forget about the cash prizes. This is your opportunity to win back your investment and put your name on the map. Submit your audition by December 4th or take advantage of late submissions. Join us and make this holiday season one to remember at voboss.com.
Awesome. I almost forgot to unmute. Law, first thoughts.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for being the first to go, the sacrificial lamb, my lady.
Round of applause. That was
really
that
round
was,
of applause.
That was bold.
That's a big deal to do that,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
It's not easy being first. It's not easy. I am a big fan of your voice. I think you have a very smart sound. You have a very intellectual sound. You have a very articulate sound. That being said, you have to work a little harder, Diana, to get us engaged in the fun and in the energy of it. So this is slightly pitchy in the sense that it's kind of like, oh my God, it's like a holiday sale. You guys don't miss it. It's really exciting stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the time is on this. It feels like a 30. But if it is a 30, have your smartphone in front of you, have your timer in front of you so you know the time that you're doing and you're not dragging. The pace seemed a little draggy to me, and there was some air in between thoughts where I don't think you need air. Like you got a lot of air. You're full of hot air. I know you. So I'm just kidding. But the point is, like, really let go. I want you to get out of your head, get out of that beautiful brain of yours, and get away from analysis. It's not analytical, and get into your belly. I always say get into your belly. And mine is getting bigger by the year because I like to eat, but get into your belly. I think it's really important. That diaphragm is like something we know about intellectually, but no one knows how to use it unless they really know how to use it. If you go from your belly and you really expand that and really feel like you're going to break your belt, I think you're coming from the right place when you deliver, and you really just let it go, let it out, right? Annie, I'll give it to you because I don't want to go on and on. But
Yeah, no, absolutely. So first of all, yes, cold read, you literally had no time to look at it. And sometimes you don't. But I think that, casting directors, they're not merciless. Well, maybe some of them are, but I think, they'll let you do a couple of reads. They'll do just what we're doing. They'll do some redirection and they'll say, great, maybe you could just relax it a bit. That would be mine. And I get that because it was a cold read. Now that you've been through it once, take into consideration all of what law has said. And also now that you've read it, you kind of know what the game plan is. You kind of understand what's the context, what's the purpose. We want to get people excited about, and by the way, this is a real event in December. And of course, why wouldn't we promote our own event during
Shameless
NEVO?
plugs. We love shameless plugs, Annie.
So yeah, shameless plug. So guys, so I would say now that you understand the purpose of it, and it's always important to really like do that quick read. You've got to kind of look at the first few lines, see what the intro is, look at the last few lines to see like how does it end up, and that'll give you a good idea as to what the purpose is when you're trying to do quick analysis. And then ultimately really just try to read ahead quick enough. You can take time in between the sentences, just a little bit to kind of quick read ahead so that you can create that point of view. So it can come from that place of like, oh, I'm excited, and that warmth. And so you can kind of, and you probably didn't even get a chance to look at the casting specs, but honestly, I think Law, I always say go with your gut first. Unless, of course, the casting specs are saying, they want something completely different, which doesn't match you.
And if you have your clients there in front of you, whether they're casting or they're your clients, they're watching you, they're listening to you, let's go a little farther than you think they really want, because it's easy to pull you back. It's really easy to sort of, and it's very hard to give you the inner juice to move it forward in a really exciting way. Yeah. So in this kind of a read, I would suggest you show your teeth a lot. Like that little like that's what my dog does. Someone, right? But it sounds ridiculous, but it really does energize you and energize the pitch range so that you can go a little higher because you're in a lower pitch range. So go a little higher. That's going to challenge you to kind of move it through and let it go, let it go, let it go. Don't hang on to it. A lot of times there's moments air with that punctuation where you're just stopping and landing. I don't think you need to with this kind of a thing. This is, how would you say, a holiday, thematic, exciting, Christmassy, whatever. And it's very like, we can't wait to get to that time. That's our workation. That's our fun time. Right. Mm-hmm. So think about the logic of a script, not just the emotion of a script, but the logic of the script, and reason it out as you talk through, what is it I'm actually saying on behalf of these people or this company or this product or something? What am I saying? It's not what am I selling? It's what am I saying? Because you're typically selling an emotion. Mm-hmm. That's what you're selling. So what would the emotion be in this? What would a one-word adjective be, Diana? Could be. What would it be? Anticipation. When we do anticipation, it's like I can't even say it fast enough. I can't wait. She's like, will you relax? Okay. But my point is, it's easy to pull you back from that than to get you inside of that. So that's where I want you to go next with that.
So, I'd like to hear one more read. And I don't know how much time we're going to have to do everybody today, but I'd like to hear another read because everybody here that's going after you is benefiting now from our direction to you. So, and they're also maybe they're, not, they don't have their video camera on, they're practicing. So, typically, when in the studio, when we're in the waiting room, we're like off in a corner or we walk outside for a few seconds to like go practice it. And so maybe that's what you guys are doing. So, let's hear. I'd like to hear another read incorporating all that direction.
Okay.
Okay. I think I'm next. Yes, this is Elizabeth.
Oh no, I wanted to hear a second read for Diana.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry.
That's okay, Elizabeth. Okay. You come next.
This December, elevate your voiceover game with the 2024 Holiday Edition Audition Demolition at VOBoss.com. On December 12th at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, immerse yourself in an unparalleled learning experience. You'll receive extensive feedback, not just quick comments, alongside the chance to see and learn from fellow participants in real time. Whether you make the shortlist or not, the insights you gain will be invaluable. And let's not forget about the cash prizes. This is your opportunity to win back your investment and put your name on the map. Submit your audition by December 4th or take advantage of late submissions. Join us and make this holiday season one to remember at voboss.com.
Nicely done. Nicely
Yeah, I like
done.
the direction. I like the redirection there. That was good. And just, you could take a breath. I mean, because I felt like you were like, oh my God, I feel like I've got to get this all done in like 10 seconds. But that's
I
good.
tend to do that. It's like one end,
Yeah.
one end, and then the other end, and then I mean the
Yeah.
middle.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I just wanted to say quickly, great, Diane. I loved it.
Yeah.
Work on your breath flow, your stamina, and everyone has to really work on this. Like you have to work on it every day. Like go to the gym and work on the diaphragm and the belly and all of that so that you don't feel quite as breathless. But I do have to say, I did a read the other day. I was actually doing an audition myself, and they wrote too much for the 30-second read they wanted. And that's very common, and it's tough luck. You have to deal with that. So I did a read the way I wanted to do it. And then I provided them the read with what they wanted in 30 seconds and exactly what it would sound like and how fast it is, so that they would hear how ridiculous that is. Oh, okay, that's 30 seconds. So be prepared to do that, to hit your time, but then give another interpretation that is more, closer to what you're seeing. And you're a little breathless. So work on that breath control and that breath stamina.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
You know what? This is random. We're gonna pick random. So even though Elizabeth, I know you were ready to go, did you already pick her to go next, Law?
I did, but I'm totally
okay.
up for whatever.
I didn't
And
hear
do
you.
wanna say
Sorry.
quickly, Annie, we're not under the gun because our next guest agreed to shift to 6:30.
Oh, nice. All right.
So
Awesome.
we're going to start with Neil David at 6:30.
Okay, so let's go with Elizabeth then.
Ready to take your voiceover skills to the next level? Join us for the 2024 Holiday Edition Audition Demolition at voboss.com on December 12th at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This isn't just any audition. It's a chance to receive hours of in-depth feedback from industry experts. You'll get written critiques and live real-time insights on contest day. And if you don't make the shortlist, no worries. You'll still learn by observing others and their performances. Plus, with cash prizes on the line, you could win back your investment and more. Don't miss out. Submit by December 4th or opt for a late submission. Experience the ultimate audition opportunity. Visit voboss.com to learn more.
Okay. Laura, if you don't mind, I'll take a stab at this first.
Sure.
So good. Yeah, just make sure that you tell us which one you're doing next time. That was good. I'm glad you did commercial script one. So double the feedback, double the fun. So I want you to try to get out of that like melody where I have to sound like the announcer, the promo announcer, where it's like ready to take your voiceover, because everybody is going to immediately default to that. And so if you can make it more of a, you can be excited about it, but make it more like you're talking to me. Because again, if you're just like ready to take your voiceover skills, blah, 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 and it just becomes like, people are like, that's a lot coming at me. So you can be excited and you can move it along quicker. But maybe take a different, like, hey, are you ready? Kind of maybe you're in a different scenario. You're in a different, maybe it's a quiet excitement. Maybe it's you're feeling like, hey, I got something for you. Maybe it's like you got a little gift and then you evolve that gift and you're like, the VO Boss Holiday Edition Audition Demolition, and then bring it back down. So your emotion can kind of evolve and change throughout the script a little bit, because then you're bringing us on a journey. So I would say you don't have to go as fast. Try not to make it sound like what you're hearing in your head. Really try to talk to the listener. Law, comments?
Love that. Love that. Love that. Also, do me a favor, Annie, if you could make sure you mute everyone down. There's one or two that may have walked away from their desk and need to be muted. That would be great. So Elizabeth, I'm going to give you a couple notes outside of the audition because I know you well now and I love you to pieces. One thing is actively, acutely, and incisively put your listening ears on and really listen carefully, right? So taking direction, listening to direction, interpreting direction is a big part of our job. It really is. And oftentimes it's on paper, but if we're lucky to get someone talking to us, we need to do that. So you started out not paying attention to the direction, and then you figured out, oh, I did the wrong thing. That's fine. But that's because you weren't actively listening. So actively listen. I also would suggest for everyone here, not just Elizabeth, but protocols, when you talk about protocols and etiquette, I think it's really important to have a sense of, Erica and Corey were talking about this earlier this morning, a sense of genteel, a sense of generosity, a sense of like, you are such a lovely woman. I got to meet you last night in person at the film festival. I want that to come across in this little box on Zoom, that something at the top like, thank you so much, or I'm excited, I'm looking forward to this, or it's cool to be here. Instead of going right into the read, when we go right into the read, and I got the tone that I got at the top, which was fairly nervous and stiff, it's because you didn't soften it at the top for yourself. So always connect to a real person if you have the ability to. Always connect to a real person who's really there. And that's going to help soften the start of your audition and what you're doing. You know, they were calling it, right, small talk, small conversation, whatever that is. I think that's really important. That's going to set the tone. And in one word, what would your tone be for this?
Engaging.
Right. So, you know, right. And it's so wonderful to see you. I'm glad to be here. Okay, here we go. Holiday magic. It's awesome. All right. So I've engaged her. I've engaged you. I'm talking as a real person, but I'm thinking I'm engaging because I want to be engaging. I want you to feel that I'm engaged. Do you understand? It's not just the read. It's never the copy. It's you. If anyone sat in on Marius's session of Micro Showcase, he's back tomorrow. What did he say? I'm looking for personalities. I'm looking for personas. I'm looking for interesting people, not just a beautiful voice. You already have a beautiful voice, right? So that's going to affect the entire read and all the choices you make in the read and the static nature of the read right now to bring it to life like you did in person.
Okay, thank you.
That's my thought of the day.
Awesome. Are we going to have a redirect on this?
Oh, I'd love you to do
Yeah.
a few more lines. Yeah, let's do a
just
few
do the
lines.
first half. Do the first
Just do the
half.
first half. Yeah, do the first half. And try that. Try what I suggested to see how it changes your read.
Okay, so I'm sorry I missed the etiquette that I'm doing the first one.
So what I want you to do, Elizabeth, and I do this myself because my brain is very busy at all times. I want you to repeat back the direction you hear when you get a direction in your own words. Just repeat it back so I know you heard, actively listen to the direction. So what's the main direction at the top?
What I heard from both you and Anne especially was to get away from the announcer voice that was sort of disconnected from the humanity and the personality of who I am, someone who would be excited to share something to a friend,
right?
Talk in a conversational tone. And
good. And how do you do that right now with a specific technique that I just gave you?
You said to...
All right, hold on. I'm going to open it up to the audience. Who heard that direction and was not practicing your own read, but actively listening to what the casting team is giving to you? I know that Bridget heard it. What did you hear in like a quick nutshell?
I heard that we should follow the coaching that we got earlier in the day and that we should warm up the read and soften the intro by being engaging and pick a person to really kind of direct that personalization and that softness to so that that entry is warmed up.
There you go. So in a nutshell, figure out your tone and give us a little engagement at the top with that tone. Talk to us and then go into your read. Go.
Okay. This is very exciting to be in this showcase, and it's taught me that I have so much to learn.
Do it again. I don't believe you.
Oh. Okay. I really want you all to come with me to this showcase. It's so exciting, and you get to be in Boston and you get to meet other professionals who are.
Go into that read now. Go into that read.
Okay. So you're ready to take your voiceover skills to the next level? Join us for the 2024 Holiday Edition Audition Demolition at voboss.com on December.
Okay, good. Hold. So Annie, do you agree with me? And Elizabeth is so talented. That's where your improv skills are really going to kick in. That's
Absolutely.
really where your conversation's just improv. It's all right? Annie and I just shoot the shit. We're improving, right?
Yeah.
But we have a tone in mind, like we have an intent in mind that we want to set for the room. And then you can go into your script with that. I want you to practice that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my thought. That's my thought of the day, and I'm sticking with it.
Nicely done. Thank you.
Nicely done. There you go.
Nicely done.
Practice it.
Do I get to pick next?
Yes.
I want to hear Stacy. Stacy, let us know which one or two.
Oh, one.
Okay. Okay. Ready when you are.
Before you go, don't go yet. Ready to take your voiceover skills to the next level? Join us for the 2024 Holiday Edition Audition Demolition at voboss.com on December 12th at 4 p.m. PST. This isn't just any audition. It's a chance to receive hours of in-depth feedback from industry experts. You'll get written critiques and live real-time insights on contest day. And if you don't make the shortlist, no worries. You'll still learn by observing others and their performances. Plus, with cash prizes on the line, you could win back your investment and more. Don't miss out. Submit by December 4th or opt for late submission. Experience the ultimate audition opportunity. Visit voboss.com to learn more.
Awesome. So let me just start off by saying I heard your point of view and I heard your genuine excitement, but you kind of went in and out of it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So there were parts of it where I felt like you were just rushing to get through it. It's funny because I know that I said this was a 60-second. And Law, you can chime in on this. When I have a 60-second audition, and this is probably, right up there at 60 seconds, people feel like they just got to pound it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're doing this live, make sure you take a beat. If you're going to go a little bit over, they're going to hear that, wow, that's an awful lot of words for 60 seconds. And very often they may tell you to make sure it's 60 seconds, or they may be forgiving. I would opt on the forgiving side so that your intent comes out more than, oh my God, I'm rushing because I got to get through it and I'm just going to read the words. So I think in an audition, I tend to say, well, if I need the space, and especially when we're auditioning in our studios, if I need that space, I'm going to take that space, and I'm going to take that space in between the sentences, and I'm going to prep myself for that instead of just reading and if you don't, I like to say, and if you don't make the short list, no worries. I liked your no worries. That was a nice aside. You'll still learn by observing others. You can break those long sentences up into more almost shorter sentences, but still make them flow well, as long as you've got a good breath before you start that sentence. So as Law was saying before, breathing. Take a big audible breath before you start that, because a lot of times these promos, they have lots of words, right? And so if you don't, it's kind of like I'm a big breather. I mean, you're human, you can breathe, and engineers can easily wipe that breath out. And so can you when you're in the studio. So if while you're doing the audition, you take the big breath before that big long sentence, your big long sentence is going to come out a whole lot more natural and a whole lot more genuine. Law.
Yeah, so much so. I agree. I think that you have a natural ebullience that is wonderful, and it's hard to find. And it's, that's what I love about you, not just as you read, but as a person, as a woman, as a human being. You're just always very, very upbeat, very positive, very sunny when I see you on camera. And being unafraid, I have a feeling, my intuition tells me that this commercial smile, being upbeat, conversation friendly, all this stuff has been given a bad name at this point. It's been given this artificial front, if I do XYZ and I show my teeth and that's it, then I'm good to go. It really is I have to hear your heart. I have to
Mhm.
hear your head. I have to hear your hips, meaning your hard work, your work ethic. I need you to have that point of view about this. So if you were to say, okay, this is an intellectual read, I get it. I'm in my head, I'm thinking about this. It's provocative and thoughtful. I'm in my heart, I feel something about this. This is going to take us on a journey. Or there's a lot of hard work. We got stuff to do and work together. Where is this coming from in your body is my question.
Okay.
That's my question. And what's the answer?
Right here.
It's coming from here. Why is that?
Because I feel it. It's like, that's my heart.
But I mean,
Or
you're making a concerted decision on it. It's not just your body's doing that. It's that you're also deciding that it's coming from here. And why is that?
Because I'm excited about it and I really want to tell you about this.
Yes, exactly. So you have to channel, if you're Christian and celebrate Christmas, you have to channel that you at 7 years old getting the most cool bike you've ever gotten for Christmas and getting to be with your family. You have to channel that immediately as an actor in this kind of a spot. Otherwise, it becomes just a promo, another holiday thing, another artificial read that we hear in Walmart. We don't want that. We want it to be very special, very unique. It's Hallmark Channel stuff. You know what I mean? Do a couple lines.
Okay.
Yes.
I'd like to hear the second paragraph, if you don't mind. The second bit. And it's picking it up from, and if you don't make the short list.
Okay. And if you don't make the short list, no worries. You'll still learn by observing others and their performances. Plus, with cashback prizes on the line, you could win back your investment and more. Don't miss out. Submit
Stop.
by
I'm going to ask you to stop because you're like, boom, boom, right back into the next line. If you could take a beat so that you're not like rushing through the lines, because you could say, you're like, and their performances, plus. You can just go, and their performances. And then as if you almost thought about, plus, right? So give it a beat, right? And then don't miss out. So give it a beat so that you can maybe change it. Like, don't miss out. Give me a different emotion. So it keeps me like, listening. Yeah. One more time. Just go. You'll pick it up from you'll still learn.
You'll still learn by observing others and their performances. Plus, with cashback prizes on the line, you could win back your investment and more. Don't miss out. Submit by December 4th.
Okay, stop. I want to give you a quick scenario. You're about to throw a surprise party for your best friend in the entire world, and she's getting out of the car. She's walking up the driveway, and you have to tell the crowd exactly what they need to do. Really, in like the next 12 seconds before she walks in the door, go.
Don't miss out. Submit by December 4th or opt for a late submission. Experience the ultimate audition opportunity. Visit voboss.com to learn more.
Okay, so there was more drive in that. Did you feel it? There's more authentic drive. Now, it doesn't have anything to do with Christmas, but so what? It's a substitution. It's an actor substitution. It's something you're really excited about, right? Like, I don't celebrate Christmas, but I can do a wonderful delivery on this. Right? Because there's a lot of things you as Stacy celebrate in life. So that's where we're headed. That's beautiful. That's where it's going.
And one thing I just want to say is that even though she made you go faster at it, it was still believable. So I'm not saying that you can't go fast. I'm just saying that don't feel as though you got to rush into every single sentence like time and time and time again. You can be like, oh, I can think about it here. And then all of a sudden, oh, and don't forget. And then all of a sudden you're super excited about it. And that would bring on the speed part of it. Just don't feel like you have to be consistently fast throughout everything. Because that's what starts anything consistent is kind of like it gets us in like a zone. So nicely done.
Thank you.
All right. Who's next, Law?
Oh, who's next? Carol.
All right. Carol.
Hello.
Hi, Carol. Which one are you going to do?
Number 2, please.
Number 2.
Yes.
All righty. When you're ready.
I'm telling you, though, this December, elevate your voiceover game with 2024 Holiday Edition Audition Demolition at voboss.com. On December 12th at 4 p.m. PST, immerse yourself in an unparalleled learning experience. You'll receive extensive feedback, not just quick comments, alongside the chance to see and learn from fellow participants in real time. Whether you make the shortlist or not, the insights you gain will be invaluable. And let's not forget about the cash prizes. This is your opportunity to win back your investment and put your name on the map. Submit your audition by December 4th or take advantage of late submissions. Join us and make this holiday season one to remember at voboss.com.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Carol. If I could just say a couple of words. Let's see. So when it is the name of a product, the 2024 Holiday Edition Audition Demolition, I know it's like a mouthful. Make sure that you practice that so that when you're auditioning live in front of the casting, you know what I mean, or the client, that you've got the name right. So, and I get it. That's like that's definitely like a tongue twister. Holiday Edition Audition Demolition. So you can kind of group it together to make it a little more rhythmic. And it might make it easier. And then I would say back towards the bottom of it. Let's see. Submit your audition. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Law, I'm going to have you start because I forgot. I had something good I was going to say.
Jump in.
Yeah, I will. Thank you.
All right, Carol, I know Carol really well. All right, I would say just quick answer. Where are you coming from? Your head, your heart, your hips?
Mm-hmm.
I was coming from my heart.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
I don't think you were at all. I think you were coming from a place of trying to decipher the language and working hard in your brain. Did you feel that? Yeah, that's where you were coming from. So I would love to have the first piece of this, and I would love you to have that really specific point of view in regards to, I think Bob was talking about this over and over again, that who am I really connecting to on this? Mm-hmm. Who am I really, really connecting to on this? I'm going to give you the person and we're going to have fun with it. Let's do the first couple lines. You're talking specifically in the middle of the night to Santa Claus.
Okay.
Because you baked beautiful chocolate chip cookies. You have the skim milk, not that it helps. And you're having a heart-to-heart, one-to-one with him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. This December, elevate your voiceover game with the 2024 Holiday Edition Audition Demolition at voboss.com. On December 12th at 4 p.m. PST, immerse yourself in an unparalleled learning experience.
I'm going to stop
don't
you.
Believe it.
Yeah, I don't believe you. You're too perfect. That was too perfect of a read.
No, I was practicing the first one and I just was tangling it up and I started to say I should have kept my original one.
You always say that, and that is your intellectual brain
I
screwing
know.
you over. Okay.
I know.
What you really need to be saying is, let me try this again and let me talk to him about why he needs to hang with my kids tonight.
Okay. All right.
That's what you need to be saying. Listen.
This December, elevate your voiceover game with the 2024 Holiday Edition Demolition at voboss.com.
Wasn't this the middle of the night?
The middle of the night.
Maybe you're a little quieter, like because you're talking to Santa because you don't want anybody else to hear.
Oh, good.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And it's a little more like, oh my gosh. So this December, maybe something like that.
Gotcha. All righty.
And that's where Carol, that's where your brain, the same with Elizabeth, that active listening skill that you can use too, is to repeat it back, not as a parent, but as someone who's emotionalizing what's being said. So repeat it back in your own words so you can get it where you need it to go.
Yeah, you heard this noise, it's Santa, and it's the middle of the night, and you're kind of like, huh, what? Wait, what? You're a little like not knowing exactly what's going on. But then you want to tell him that this December, elevate your voiceover game with the 20.
Hold on. Did everyone catch that? I hope you're really watching this. This is an excellent exercise. What she said was nothing of what I asked her to do. Nothing. It was like, what? Where am I? Right? She knows I can razz her like this. So I want to hear you talk about the cookies. I want to hear you talk about the skim milk. And I want to hear you talk about why I need to have a heart-to-heart with him about my boys tonight.
All right.
All right. That's the direction, though. Say it back to me.
All right. I'm having a heart-to-heart with Santa while offering him the cookies that I made because I really want to get my boys involved. This is Christmas. It's like the best time of year. They're really excited. And I think Santa needs to know this. What do you think? I think so.
Go into the script.
Yeah, I think so. Because I think this December, Elevate your voiceover game with 2024 Holiday Edition Audition Demolition at voboss.com.
Okay, I'm going to
Yeah,
stop you. I'm
I
going to
love-
stop you. I think that's great. I hear the emotion, but talk to Santa.
Okay.
Don't read to Santa in that
Right.
emotion, right?
Okay.
Santa,
Yes.
this December, elevate your voiceover. And then also, I would just, I know that we want to get on to the next verse, but I would say, what if your boys were bad and you want them, or they're spoiled and you want to talk to Santa because you want them to understand the true meaning of Christmas? Like, how would that change the way you spoke to Santa?
Okay. It
Right.
would be like, Santa, they're making me crazy. This December, elevate your voiceover game with the 2024 Holiday Edition. You know what, Santa? This December, elevate your voiceover game with
There
the
you go.
2024 Holiday Edition Audition Demolition at voboss.com.
There you go.
On December 12th,
That was awesome. That's all I needed to hear. Did you hear the change? Right? You changed the scene too, right?
Yeah.
Changed the topic, and that really changed your read. So that's good for AB reads as well.
I wanted him to teach them a lesson about being grateful.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
But don't be afraid to, and this is for everyone. I have to do this myself because my brain is moving so incredibly fast. I have to stop and listen and repeat back what I'm hearing. Otherwise, I won't catch it. Right, Elizabeth? I won't catch it. I'll move on to what's in my head. Carol, you have to do that. It's really important. You have to, otherwise your brain, that was a bunch of noise. Let me go on and do what I was going to do before.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was cool.
Can I pick next? Yes. Let's hear from Josh.
Coolio. I'm gonna go choose the same one, second one.
Okay.
Cool.
We're ready when you are.
Let's see. Oh. This December, elevate your voiceover game with the 2024 Holiday Edition Audition Demolition at voboss.com. On December 12th at 4 p.m. PST, immerse yourself in an unparalleled learning experience. You'll receive extensive feedback, not just quick comments, alongside the chance to see and learn from fellow participants in real time. Whether you make the shortlist or not, the insights you gain will be invaluable. And let's not forget about the cash prizes. This is your opportunity to win back your investment and put your name on the map. Submit your audition by December 4th and take advantage of the late submissions. Join us and make this holiday season one to remember at voboss.com.
Okay, I'm going to start off by saying I liked your talking to me. I felt that I heard you talking to me, which was great. I think your character, you kind of went in and out. I didn't hear a consistent character. So I like how you went into it with ho, 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 but I'm not sure where that went. Like, as soon as you started the script, I felt like, where did the ho, 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 how did that associate itself with this December? Do you know what I mean? I didn't feel like a connection to that. And I feel like when you are going to, lead in with something, I feel like it can help lead you into the story. And I didn't really hear the connection between that story. Law?
Yeah, I agree, Josh. So I think that, excuse me, you're one of the few people in the room that not only do character and are in the almost the right age range, you can do Santa. So to me, it's a missed opportunity for you not to do this as Santa, right? Because remember, this, guys, right? This is a holiday commercial. So, 7 out of 10 holiday commercials will have some sort of character involved in there. So be unafraid to give a couple different takes, one of which is a character. So why don't you get into the Christmas spirit with Santa Claus?
Yeah, no, I was definitely trying that, and I didn't know.
Just do it.
At least I'll do it.
Just do it.
This December, elevate your voiceover game with the 2024 Holiday Edition Audition Demolition at voboss.com. On December 12th at 4 p.m. PST, immerse yourself in an unparalleled learning experience. You'll receive
stop. I think you're getting closer, but I want you to talk to a kid. Talk to a kid who's on your lap and at the mall and going, I really want to work with Annie. I want to do voiceover. And I don't know how to do that. Where do I go? right?
And
So I want you,
and
I want you to have
add
a
that
really good
laugh back
time.
in. Yeah, add that laugh back in every once in a while to get yourself back into like the frame,
Yeah.
because I feel like you got the sound of the voice. Like I heard you more in it in the first few sentences, but then I started to feel like, oh, it's becoming just the sound now and not Santa.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Annie, we actually had Joanne doing this very workshop this morning. And where does that really come from in you? Right? Have fun. You can do it.
They're trying to be like Santa, big and jolly.
No, you're
Big
not
and
trying to
jolly.
be like Santa. You
You
are
are
We
Santa.
Our Santa. Man, I
You're
always do that.
Santa.
I am Santa.
You're
Talking to
channeling
a,
Santa.
talking to
Start
a
with
kid.
a little laugh.
Ho, ho, ho. This December, elevate your voiceover game with the 2024 Holiday Edition Audition Demolition at voboss.com. On December 12th at 4 p.m. PST, immerse yourself in an unparalleled learning
Okay, hold.
experience.
I think, because I know you well enough, I think you're intellectualizing it now. And it's not that Santa isn't smart. It's just that character is not built from the intellect. Their character is all heart. It's built from the heart, from what people need and are missing in their lives. That's love, acceptance, and gifts of the world. So that's something for you to work on, Josh. Not just this character, but in general, like opening the vessel of your torso to very, very large stuff, because you have that vocal range, right? And allowing that to happen, that bellowing thing to happen. What do you think, Annie?
Yeah, I appreciate your efforts. I really do, because what you're trying to do, I think, is difficult given the text there. You know what I mean? You're Santa. How would you be talking, while promoting this as Santa? So I hear the struggle there, but I appreciate your effort very much. And I do believe that if you can kind of work this through where you can embody the character, no matter what words are coming out, I mean, that's going to be a skill that, I mean, nobody's going to touch you with that skill. That's going to be amazing if you can, and all of us, I think, if you can hone that skill where, you are immersed in the character, even though you might be saying words that don't necessarily make sense. Gosh, that's corporate narration. Hello, 101. Like, everybody's like, I would never say that in those words. And I'm like, but you're the actor, right? You need to make those words make sense, and you need to be believable and authentic with them. So I greatly appreciate the effort. And for me as a casting director, I'd be like, ooh, put shortlist, because I think there's promise there. I don't know, Love. That's what I would do.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
And I know that as you do your improv and your acting classes and you really brush up on that, you'll be reminded, Josh, from all the trainers that say, you can't give a shit. You have to stop giving a shit. You really have to allow the inhibitions to go away, the joy and the fun and the ridiculous Saturday Night Live ridiculousness to happen, and just allow the audience. Here's how I view it, you guys. And I'm an actor, so I empathize. Okay. If you don't let it go, listen to me carefully. If you don't fully let it go, you are cheating your audience. You're cheating yourself of the glory of a full audition, but you're cheating the audience of their ticket that they paid to get in the door.
Yeah.
So you owe it to your audience to give them a full, open, joyous, relaxed, whatever audition, because you're going to walk away and feel fuller and feel like you've really achieved the process that you're going for. And give yourself a little trigger at the top, Josh. Say to yourself, what's the sentence you can say to yourself before you start to give yourself permission to let go? What is it? I'm letting go. I don't give a shit what anyone thinks. I'm letting go. Here I go.
And be courageous enough. And I'm going to say this the same thing in a little bit different words. Like, be courageous enough to bring yourself and to give us yourself, because I like you already, and I've just met you. Do you know what I mean? And I like you, and you not delivering those words with you. Right? With your heart, with your soul. You've like Law said, you've cheated me. I paid money because I like you already, and you're not giving me what I paid for. Right? So yeah, I mean, I think all of us, if we bring our person, that's how we connect in human right? And humanity is we connect with one another with our personalities and who we are. And that needs to be brought, whether you're, Santa or
I love that.
Yeah.
It's so true. Don't
No.
be careful, everyone, and everyone does this, some more than
Yeah.
others. Be careful. Don't allow yourself to sabotage your
Yeah.
life and your work
Yeah.
because you don't think that you're good enough. You've
Yeah.
already cut off the possibilities for you in the audience. You're very lovable. Stay lovable.
Exactly.
And share the love.
And even if you screw up, it makes us love you more. Do you know what I mean? Like if you stumble on a word as a casting director, I'm okay with that because you'll get it. Like I got you. You'll get it. But if you give me your heart and you give me you, oh my God, that's a gift. That's the gift, really.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just okay. Thank you.
No, we got to do complimentary frontal lobotomies, Annie. So get rid of all these brilliant analytical intellectuals I provide you with. They're too heady. They're too heady. Go to the heart. Always go to the heart.
Oh, the heart. Yes. Who's next? Who's next, Law?
Thank you.
Ooh,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next? This is a good question. Let us go with, hold on. Let us go with Andrani.
All right. And Johnny, which one are you going to do?
Hello.
Hi.
I'm gonna do the first one.
All right. We're ready when you are.
Okay. Ready to take your voiceover skills to the next level? Join us for the 2024 Holiday Edition Audition Demolition at VO Boss on December 12th at 4 p.m. PST. This isn't just any audition. It's a chance to receive hours of in-depth feedback from industry experts. You'll get written critiques and live, real-time insights on contest day. If you don't make the shortlist, no worries. You'll still learn by observing others and their performances. Plus, with cash prizes on the line, you could win back your investment and more. Don't miss out. Submit by December 4th or opt for a late submission. Experience the ultimate audition opportunity. Visit voboss.com to learn more.
Thank you. I love your voice, Andrani, but you know that already, right? You know that. You have such a warm delivery. You really do. And it's just, I feel like it's a very personal delivery. And knowing you as I do, right? I want you to make me travel on that journey a little bit more. So that means, give me some evolution, give me something a little bit different because you were so good that I expected it. Do you know what I mean? And I expected that read, and I want something a little bit unexpected. So like maybe a little something outside your comfort zone on a line or two, or a word or two, or maybe something that makes me go, whoa, I think that would be good. And I like how you took your time with it. Now, also, given that, I'd say, okay, we got to pick up the pace a little bit, like in reality, because it's a 60-second commercial. But I don't want that to drive your next read. I want your read to still have that, bringing me on the journey and that heart. So don't sacrifice that for the time. Law?
Yeah, I also wondered what it would be like if we had a more underhanded, secretive, sleuthish kind of read, because I know your voice lends itself. Give us a few lines of what that could sound like. The information that no one else knows.
Okay.
It's so juicy that when you let it out, you're like, you don't want to let it out, but you have to let it out. Let that push and pull happen. Let that push and pull go.
Okay. Let's see. Ready to take your voiceover skills to the next level? Join us for the 2024 Holiday Edition Audition Demolition at voboss.com on December 12th at 4 p.m. PST. This isn't just any audition. It's a chance to receive hours of in-depth feedback from
I
industry
love
experts.
that. I think that's a great delivery right there. I would even pull out a little bit of the elongated pauses at the ends of your sentence so that when you jump, you like top yourself. You give yourself the idea, and then it's like, but wait, there's something else I forgot to tell you.
But wait, there's more.
Right? Oh my God, wait, I forgot to, right? And I know you're like, how do I keep topping myself? You can keep topping yourself as long as you bring it down and bring it back. You can keep topping yourself. Try the first two lines and top yourself.
Top myself. Okay.
That's a pickup at the end where you end it and then you move the energy right on to the next one.
Okay. Ready to take your voiceover skills to the next level? Join us for the 2024 Holiday Edition Audition Demolition at VOBoss.com on December 12th at 4 p.m. PST.
All right. Well, did you
Yep.
feel that the second piece of information was slightly more important than the first one?
Yes.
Did you?
Did I feel it was more important?
Yeah.
It is more important.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
giving details, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's
Call
what
to
I mean
action. Yep. Call to action. Yeah.
Yep.
by topping what you're
Join
saying.
us. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then bring it
Okay.
back down. And then I would say that next one, okay, so now that you've kind of heightened it there, oh my God, join us. And then we're like, oh, okay, I'm thinking about it. And you're like, but you know what? This isn't just any audition. Maybe you just come back with a different energy, which would be really cool. That would, again, bring me on the hills and valleys of the journey.
Okay.
Yeah, nicely done, Indrani. Thank you for that.
Thank you very much, both of you.
All right.
You're welcome.
Next. Let's hear Kelsey.
Hello.
Hi, Kelsey.
I'll do number 2 because
Okay.
it's been a couple since that one.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
When you're ready.
This December, elevate your voiceover game with the 2024 Holiday Edition Audition Demolition at VOBoss.com. On December 12th at 4 p.m. PST, immerse yourself in an unparalleled learning experience. You'll receive extensive feedback, not just quick comments, alongside the chance to see and learn from fellow participants in real time. Whether you make the shortlist or not, the insights you gain will be invaluable. And let's not forget about the cash prizes. This is your opportunity to win back your investment and put your name on the map. Submit your audition by December 4th or take advantage of late submissions. Join us and make this holiday season one to remember at VOBoss.com.
Okay, thank you. First of all, cute voice.
Thank
When
you.
we're talking the holidays, I feel like yes, right? And so, from a casting director perspective, right, demographic wise, Law, I feel she fits. She fits well for this particular advertisement because she just makes me think of joy and elves and like this the holiday season or whatever that is. So. With that being said, and that's just the truth, guys. I mean, you all, whether, even though we may perform our butts off and we're amazing actors, sometimes it comes down to demographics, right? For a particular spot. And so that's just the realism of it, right, Law?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love the elf vision. That's
Yeah,
really fun.
I had an elf vision. Yeah. And
I love the elf vision. I was going to say you're an anime character.
Yeah.
I'd love you to be an anime character.
Yeah.
Doing it.
I feel like you could, it would just be really cute if you did that. I mean, that would be my next, direction to say to you is let's, and I like how you were thoughtful, right? And especially towards the latter half of it, I felt like you really brought it, down. Oh, and let's not forget about the I love that. Like you really highlighted, let's not forget about the cash prizes. So in the front end of it, I would say move that along a little bit more. And yeah, let's kind of go into maybe that, more excited, like happy kind of elf kind of read. And Law, any comments you want to add before she?
Well, I would love to hear of some of this as an evil anime elf.
An evil
Anime elf.
This would not be the first time I've been asked to be a psychotic Christmas elf.
There you go. Let's try it.
If I had a nickel.
Wait, psychotic evil, which one? Or both?
That's true. They're not
or
the
both.
same thing.
Or both. Well, no, I mean, maybe it could be both. Right? I don't know. Like, it's like.
You're never gonna recover from this, Santa. This December, elevate your voiceover game with the 2024 Holiday Edition Audition Demolition at VOBoss.com. On December 12th at 4 p.m. PST, immerse yourself in an unparalleled learning experience. You'll receive extensive feedback, not just quick comments, alongside the chance to see and learn from fellow participants in real time. Whether you make the shortlist or not, the insights you gain will be invaluable. And, let's not forget about the cash prizes. This is your opportunity to win back your investment and put your name on the map. Submit your audition by December 4th, or take advantage of the late submissions. Join us and make this holiday season one to remember at VOBoss.com.
Okay, so
That's
you
a
made
good
me laugh.
character for
You made me laugh, so that's a good thing, right? Anytime you can make a casting director laugh, right? I think that was good. Be careful about not getting it too, like, for the message, that you don't get too mean. You know what I mean? Because
Gotcha.
yeah, I mean, a lot of companies are
Pull
gonna
back
not.
the evil.
Yeah, pull back the evil just a little bit, but maybe there's that channel though in that growl. So I like the evil that got the growl, right? But maybe not the evil intent, but the evil that gets the growl in it. So then it becomes like a cool, you're like a cool VO boss elf. You know what I mean? And then it turns into that. But that's really, I really like how you went for that character. And I think that that's something we should all do when we're, when we have the opportunity to really, shine and give something different of ourselves in an audition that would get us listened to. Law?
Yeah, that's a great character for you. That's
Mm-hmm.
an awesome character for you. I would say, a colleague of mine, he used to be a client of mine, a colleague of mine who's in New York City. He's a working actor. He's a really good working actor. He's a big voiceover talent now. One of the things he does that reminds me of you, and he's booked with some of the best agencies, the best work, and he does a ton of animation and character work. He has coined the ability to speak very fast, but not just speak fast, act fast. So being able to act fast is a gift, and not everyone can do it. Only a small population can do that. I think you can do it, Kelsey.
Yeah.
So I think having a couple characters in your pocket for the commercial world, for the anime world, for the narration world even, I think it's really important that you get that down, because he works all the time simply because he's articulate, he's crisp, he's fast-paced, he's energetic, and he has very specific choices of his characters that are well-defined.
Yeah.
And not everyone can do that. A lot of people cannot do that. So I would suggest that for you.
I love that you said that,
Thank
Law.
you.
I think also all of us really, need to have a few characters. Whether you're doing corporate or e-learning or commercial, I think having those characters in your pocket to kind of give those different reads. And keep honing those characters, because even if you don't do character or animation, it can help you in any genre. I think having those in your pocket and keep developing them, because that keeps you creative. It keeps you playful. It keeps you in the, being an actor.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
nicely done.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bridget.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Bridget, what are you going to do for us?
I'm going to do the second one.
Okay. When you're ready.
Alrighty. Hi! Happy holidays! Are you up for some fun? Are you ready to take your voiceover skills to the next level? Join us for the 2024 Holiday Edition Audition Demolition at VOBoss.com on December 12th at 4 p.m. PST. This isn't just any audition. It's a chance to receive hours of an in-depth feedback from industry experts. You'll get written critiques and live real-time insights on contest day. And if you don't make the shortlist, well, no worries. You'll still learn by observing others and their performances. Plus, with cash prizes on the line, you could win back your investment and more. Don't miss out. Submit by December 4th or opt for a late submission. Experience the ultimate opportunity. Visit VOBoss.com to learn more.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate your enthusiasm on this one. It's great. I liked your smile. I feel like it was a little bit on the slower side, even though I said take that time in between the sentences. I think now, there's rhythm is like the underappreciated. I'm going to say underappreciated element of sounding more natural, right? When we talk, sometimes we talk fast, and depending on like, oh, I know what I'm going to say, so I'm going to talk really fast. And then sometimes I'm thinking about what I might say next. And then, so that's where the hills and the valleys and the journey comes along. So you had the emotion, but you had the emotion on like every other maybe note or every other word that was similar, right? So it was like almost like it was like kind of driving, and it was consistent. And so if every word is important, none of them are, right? So try to vary up the importance. And I think in any given moment, we have a couple of words. We have a few words that become, these are what I really want to emphasize to you versus I don't want to emphasize every other word, and then it starts to become like bam, bam, bam. And it becomes, tedious to listen to if it's too long, because that was a lot of words, right? For all the words to get those emphasis. And you didn't do every word, but, try to make it a little less common. It's almost like you're giving us that point of view that evolves slowly and then quickly, and then maybe, oh my God, right here, right? And then you're not going to hear that again, right? For maybe the rest of the script. So try to vary that up. But yeah, Law, thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with that, Bridget. I really want you to test your repertoire that you have inside of you. And you've actually inspired me, because I was thinking about this for a while, Annie, that we need to be offering cold read sessions. We really need, that's a tough skill for actors.
It is.
Actors have to be in cold read classes. They have to be in coaching for cold read. It's really a skill. And we gave you a nice cold read today, right? So that you're working on how difficult that is. I think, working on that skill on an ongoing basis is important, because I'm hearing a lot of reading. I'm hearing a lot of contextualizing from a comprehension point of view. Like, I'm just trying to get the words right now. Then I'm going to understand what they are. Then I'm going to later on interpret them. And then even later, I'm going to deliver them. The cold read doesn't allow you to do that. It says you must do all of that simultaneously. So it sounds like an oxymoron, like the best improv troupes rehearse together, which they do. Right. You do need to practice cold reading every single day. That's going to help you with all of your auditions. It's also going to help you as an actor. It's just going to help you in general when a director says, could you not look at the script for a second and just give me some thoughts and give me some feelings about what you're experiencing, what you're going through. Everything is a cold read, a cold conversation, a cold response. And your brain is being forced to do all of that simultaneously. And the reason why you can is because of your training. Yeah. So if you guys are training every day on your own, with others, in TIC, whatever, to really say, I'd like to see all of our people meet once a week with each other and spend a half hour, Annie, or an hour, just saying, just throw me a script in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. And doing that cold read, it's important.
And it becomes like the cold read is not just so you can get the words out. I mean, the cold read is like quick assessment, because, theater actors, right? Stage actors, they're memorizing their lines, and then they have the opportunity to bounce that off of whoever they're acting with or the audience to get the reaction. Here, we've got to do it like this. We have to read ahead, assess, figure out the point of view. What's our story? There's so many things that you have to do quickly. And you can only get better if you practice at it. And I mean, honestly, I've been doing it because I've been doing this for, I also teach it 8 hours a day. So literally that helps me get better too. So I'm constantly doing a quick read, doing a quick, oh my God, what am I assessing? Who am I talking to? Quick assessment of that. What's my point of view? How am I evolving that point of view, throughout the script so that it becomes interesting? How do I bring myself? How do I care about my client? Right. And all those things, they have to be split-second decisions, and it just is something that you get better with. I believe wholeheartedly that you get better at that as you do it more and more and more. So
and doing it and being consistent about it and playing with it all the time is super, super important. And I would even say you should be able to memorize very quickly a opening line, an opening line or two. You should be able to look at a script once and memorize your first two lines once, not more than once. That's how quick and keen and fast and focused and furious and specific and incisive pro actors are. They look at that. What's your first line now? Give me your first line.
Ready to take your voiceover skills to the next level.
Right. And I'm going to talk to you about that. Are you ready to take your voiceover skills to the next level? Are you? Answer me. Are you? You see, memorize very fast. Pick it up very quick. Contextualize it very fast. Don't live in the head. Don't live in the comprehension zone.
Right. But I'm just going to say, point of caution, be careful when you take your eyes off the paper, because that's when people will start missing words, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, no
And then they'll be
question.
like, I'm just trying to be conversational, but they're not looking anywhere near the script. And then they drop words and they make up words. And so at least just I get that very first sentence. I mean, you should have it already like, what's that point of view you're coming in on?
Yeah.
Right. So that can be, but always like keep your eyes on those words. Just kind of keep them on the words so that you're not missing anything, you know, but absolutely. I say get the first two lines well established, but nicely done.
Make commentary on it.
Yeah.
Andy, we have to close. We got to jump to
but
another
wait,
thing. This has been amazing.
We've got 5 minutes, Law. If we were to like, hang on, this is what we do during the audition demolition. We're going to mute. Right now I'm going to call you on the phone and we're going to choose who gets this gig. Okay.
Go.
So hold on 1 second, guys. We'll be with you in a second. I forgot you're on your phone, Law. So she can't pick up the phone without us hearing. So I'm going to text her. Did you get that, Law? Oh, here she's calling me. Here she goes. Hello. Okay. All right, guys, are you ready? Drum roll. So yeah, basically you don't, I mean, sometimes you find out, I never found out when I was in the studio, Law. It's usually later on you find out from your agent if you got the gig. But anyways, we have decided to award the gig to, drum roll, Stacy. And if Stacy is not available, then Kelsey needs to be on avail. So congratulations, guys. And Law, I don't hear you.
That's because I'm talking with my.
Oh, there we go. Oh, good. Yeah. So you guys did amazing. I mean, really, for getting this cold, and we appreciate everything that you have done, and that you guys were brave enough to do this. And hopefully, you guys will want to play in December for the real audition demolition. And there really are cash prizes.
Come and play with us.
Yeah, come play with us.
It's gonna be fun. Holiday themes are always fun. We're
holiday themed, and everybody will get feedback.
Love it. Yeah. Thank you, Annie. This has been amazing.
Thank you,
Big
guys.
round of applause.
Bye. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks, love you guys. All right, we got another session. Neil David Seibel is headed in our way. He's unbelievable. There we go. Love you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.